YouTube is good, family. It's your boy DTSL, and y'all see the title. We back here with another video on the topic of melanin. Ooh, excuse me. Now, before I get started in that, I just want to go ahead and give a shout out to all my subscribers, who's actually supported me in that general sense. By the way, go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, because the information that I got coming, family, you don't want to miss out. Along with hitting that like button down below. That like button definitely gonna help out and support the channel, family. Along with, if you mess with what I'm saying, go ahead and hit that share button too. Share with your family, friends, acquaintances, people at work, the dog, the cat, your lizards, whatever animal, whatever people and beings on this planet, family. Just go ahead and hit that share button. Let everybody know about what's going on. But with that being said, on a serious note, I hope everybody's staying safe out here during this crisis that we're going through. Everybody stockpile on their food. Make sure that you got your water, supplies, whatever you need to survive out here. Along with staying safe, family. I hope everybody's staying safe indoors, whatever, listening to the government's regulations, the rules. This curfew thing is really getting deep and it's getting serious. As I told y'all in the coronavirus last video before, as I said, things in Italy, I already can tell and I already felt that it was already going to start repeating, or it's going to be a global wide situation. So, and y'all see what's happening now. But that's a whole nother topic. Like, if y'all want to know what's going on for that, y'all go ahead and check out my last video on the coronavirus. Was it pre-planned? Excuse me. Was it pre-planned? But with that being said, let's go ahead and get it cracking. So, family, what we already know about melanin. The information that they already told us about, etc., etc. The information that we may have learned in school, maybe learned online, heard it from somewhere, whatever. Just overall knowledge itself. Pretty much, okay, y'all know I had to take these notes. That's what y'all hear in the background. These papers flipping, because y'all know we got to go deep on it. But with that being said, it helps protect from the sun, from those UV rays. So in that general note, family, the melanin that you have in your body helps protect you from the radiation that the sun causes in that sense. So you can live throughout nature and go out through your daily life without getting skin cancer on that general sense. For some of us anyway. On that note, we're going to dive deeper into that later on in the video. What else? Of course, the obvious is the pigment of the skin, family. As y'all see, we have our human race involves diversity. You go from a range of dark to light out here on that general sense, and the dark beings being more melanated, while the light beings being less melanated. Simple as that. We also know that it's the chemical key to life. By that meaning, melanin, it helps regulate certain things, and it helps you live the life that you live now. So you able to live on this planet in a general being, because that sun up there is the all being light source. It's the overall sustainer of life. So if you can't live under that sun, what happens? You perish. So with that being said, we know that it's the chemical key to life. It's the civilizing chemical. It helps you live, be able to do what you do. It also regulates all types of rhythms in your body. By those rhythms, I mean different types of processes that happen throughout your body, such as one being your hair growth, family. It tells your body when to produce the hair that's on your body, and how much to produce of it, meaning how long your hair gets, the extent it grows from, whatever. As well as it also helps and tells when a man or a woman is going to hit puberty. So whenever you hit that certain age, etc., and you're starting to go through those changes, y'all know what I'm talking about. We all went through it. Whenever you start going through those changes, that puberty state, man or woman, that's melanin telling your body to go ahead and hit those changes now, because it's time to hit that next level in your peak in your life. But on that note, it also helps feed your organs on that different types of sense, such as like your heart, liver, whatever the case may be. And what I mean by that is the food that you eat, we get energy from that. And with that being said, melanin helps send that energy, or okay, that nutrients to different types of parts of your body, such as your heart, liver, and need that particular food at that particular time. Sorry, we ain't going crazy right now. Whatever food you need at this whatever particular time. But on that note, it's also how we categorize the different races on this planet. As I stated before, the obvious being pigment being the skin color or whatever the case may be that you have. With African Americans being classified as the highest amount of pigment in their skin, with melanin, and Europeans being classified as the least. Pretty much anyone who doesn't have as much melanin on that general note, like I said, i.e. Europeans, they have less melanin in their skin, and so therefore their body produces sulfur and sulfur and ammonia on that general jazz. It produces it more. It can be found a lot more concentrated in Europeans than people of lighter to whiter or closer to that spectrum of skin. And why is that important? Pretty much whenever y'all feel that whenever their hair gets wet on that general note, etc., that's the smell that people be smelling, family. It's the smell of sulfur and ammonia. That's what happens when those two come together in that sense. And like I said, everything is a chemical process in the body. Everything. So when that water hits, it activates on that general sense. That's the smell that we be smelling, family. They also have more salt in their blood or just in their body as well. But as I was saying, why is this important? Because, family, ammonia, for those of you who don't know about this chemical, let me go ahead and tell you a little bit. Ammonia, it boils in sub-degree temperatures. Pretty much what that means is that sub-degree temperatures being anything below 0 or closer to freezing type dough. Anything below 0 or closer to freezing type dough, it boils. So it heats up. And whenever it's in colder type temperatures, or not colder, I'm sorry, whenever it's in higher light temperatures, it freezes. So, give an example. If I put ammonia in a stove and heat it up to 300 degrees, it's going to freeze. That's how tricky ammonia is as a chemical, family. So I say that to say this. That's why you see some people out here who are, we might question them, but that's why you see some people out here who are able to actually wear shorts or just, a light amount of clothes on them in a general sense, and they're still able to stay warm because of the fact, like I said, it all goes back to ammonia. Ammonia boils in sub-degree temperatures while it freezes in higher heated up temperatures. And so what that means is, giving an example, that's why some people of lighter pigments, they feel good, or they feel good in the general sense whenever the weather or the temperature is like a colder temperature, because of the fact it's that ammonia activated in their blood system in that sense, and pretty much it helps them feel warm. But whenever they at higher temperatures, it makes it feel like sometimes it's freezing. And so that's why, give an example, sometimes 70 and below might feel like a good temperature for some people, because on that note, it's that ammonia, and people might not feel like I guess that's cold, but okay, go in the house, turn on your AC to 65 degrees, then you gonna feel cold, family. That's what I mean. Go ahead and use your AC as a given example, then you gonna feel cold. So on that general note, on this instance, it would make some of those people of lighter pigment feel warmer, because that ammonia starts to boil and activate in their body, helps them feel warmer. But why is this important? Let's go ahead and, like I said, I'm about to go ahead and dive deep, family, why all of this is important. Okay, and why these melanated beings out here, why they're so special and why they're so important. don't know is that melanated beings, they have a high concentration in ears, so they absorb the full spectrum of sound. By that being, sound is just vibrations, family. So pretty much they absorb all the vibrations, so they're able to hear a lot crisp and a lot more of the sound that's being produced than people of lighter pigment. In that sense, I gotta change that word, a lighter pigment. I gotta just say melanin challenged melanin challenged people. I gotta change it up. I don't know. I don't want to confuse people. But melanin challenged people. This is why if they hear a sound, etc., etc., they don't hear it to the fullest spectrum of you. Another thing being that it's a high concentration in the iris for people of brown eyes, family. So if you got those marble brown eyes, go ahead and give a shout out to the marble browns, y'all. Feel me? Because those things are so special. People should be trying to and this is why you special. Those marble browns are a high concentration of melanin, family. So if your eyes are pure brown, it's that melanin in your eyes, your iris. The iris was actually named after an Egyptian goddess named Isis. For those of you who don't know, the iris, it allows you to absorb more color into your eye. The way we see, family, it all goes by light spectrum. This light spectrum is pretty much it goes from different colors. It goes from different colors, or it ranges from different colors to different colors, meaning a different part of the spectrum of what you can see. I know those of you probably heard of visible light on that type of spectrum, and so on that general jazz, it just helps you see. And with those brown eyes, it helps you see the true color of things. Give an example. Also, this was also a fun fact that I learned. Just out of all the things that I'm talking about here, just one of the facts that honestly I didn't even know about, and pretty much that is also a high concentration in the brain, family, of melanin. Pretty much this causes ancestral memory. What that means and why is that important? Ancestral memory is what helps you connect to your past, your ancestors, the people who lived before you, whatever the case may be. It helps you connect to them on a more deeper level than anyone else. But a lot of times, some of that melanin in your brain is blocked due to a synthetic chemical of oxytocin. Pretty much, synthetic oxytocin is given to women to help them induce labor. Now, why is that bad? Helping induce babies and everything else in this world is always on a timer. Everything is on perfect timing because everything is God's creation. Give an example. You don't tell the trees when to sprout, or you don't tell the flowers when to grow. They already know when to do that. They do that by a synchronicity. They know when it's spring. They know when to grow. They know when to sprout their leaves. They know when to pollinate. Whatever. Babies know when they're ready to come out. Family, everything is on the timer. Everything is on the timer. So with that being said, whenever these doctors or whatever give these synthetic oxytocin, it helps induce the labor and helps the baby come out quicker than when it's supposed to be, family. So pretty much this oxytocin prevents you helping to connect with the past as too well. This is why I just had a thought. This can be why people forget so much in the process, because you're just forgetting. You obviously forgetting something that's pretty much located in the past. It's past tense. Because if you don't hear it now, then you in the moment of. You can't forget the moment of. So with that being said, that's something to think about. But as I was saying before and mentioned the pituitary and the pineal gland is predominantly and is the primary source of where melanin is produced from, family. Now, why is that important? A lot of people have heard of the pineal gland. It's a lot of things said about it, etc., etc. But on that note, the pineal gland, for our ancestors, it's a lot of depictions of. You can find old, ancient pictures of the pine cone resembling. Not pine cone. I gave it away. You can find a pineal gland resembling a pine cone, and pretty much the reason why it's depicted as that is because its relation with the lotus flower. And the lotus flower, for those of you who haven't heard of it, go ahead and look that up. That's some research for you. Go ahead and pause this video and go ahead and look that up real quick and come back. But brief explanation: the lotus flower is supposedly the flower of life. And the reason why being is because of the fact what it symbolizes, family, and just its overall growth in a general sense, the way it grows, the petals, everything about it. It can symbolize life. But it goes so much deeper than that. But this is why this is some of the primary reasons why we don't even know about melanin, just because of the fact it's what we've been taught. It's what we've been taught and what we've been educated on. And for those, a lot of people don't know that there's actually a conference that's held every few years. It's the Melanin Conference. We're going to label that, for the lack of a better term, just to simplify things. And it's had by whites, Germans, Italians, and Asians. We just going to simplify these and subcategory everybody into one particular thing. But yeah. And pretty much they have this conference updating the info and all the information on what melanin. And I say, why is that important? Because who did I not mention on that General Jazz, who's probably the most important key to being at this conference? Melanated people, family. Y'all see the glow? But yeah, melanated people, family. Melanated people is hardly ever invited to this conference, so no input from a melanated being that ever gets placed into the overall generation that's being taught to people. So with that being said, if it's only coming from lesser pigmented skin or melanin challenged people, then how can we get the full truth on exactly, or be educated exactly on what melanin is? I just want y'all to think about that. But on that note, this is how they control the people. Now, y'all might ask, what? Control the people? How they going to control the people from what? What are you talking about? They control the people from melanin, family, through your behaviors. They control you through your behaviors. Now, it's an old saying, don't educate, manipulate. Pretty much what that saying means is that if you ever want to control somebody, don't educate them on the truth. Don't tell them the full truth of what's going on, or exactly what you're trying to accomplish, or whatever the case may be that you're trying to convey. Manipulate them. Give an example. Slavery. Now, that's a sore subject, sore topic, or whatever. But we're going to use that as an example. If somebody try to enslave you right now today, we already know slavery was abolished, etc. But if somebody try to enslave you right now today, what you gonna do? Like, oh hell, nah, I ain't with these cars, family. But nah, you gonna be like, nah, I ain't with the shits, I ain't with that bullshit, and you ain't look, I ain't going down without a fight type. You feel me? You look, pretty much you ain't agreeing to that. You ain't agreeing to it. But change the name. It's a whole nother story. Change the name, so-called change the meaning, control the people. So okay, now we're gonna change the name of slavery. We're gonna put a name to it. Joe. Alright. We're gonna tell Joe, go ahead and pick up that trash on the ground. Now Joe gonna comply on that General Jazz because Joe thinking that he just trying to help out, when really what you just done there is manipulated the situation. Instead of you just changing the title. What's the difference between slavery and telling somebody what to do? Something to think about. Joe just willing to participate because you changed the name in a sense that doesn't seem so derogatory, but you told Joe to do the same exact thing that you told him to do in slavery, but you just changed the name of slavery to Joe. Joe, go ahead and get this field, tend to the field, whatever. Joe gonna comply because what? You manipulated Joe because he thinking that he just trying to help out and just doing it out of his own will, his own being. But really, you just controlled Joe into doing what you wanted him to do this whole time. You changed the word. You change the word around so Joe doesn't know secretly within that meaning of what you just stated to him is what it is, family. So I just want to let y'all go ahead and think on that. You know, look, definitely have y'all water because there's a lot of digestion. It's a lot of digestion happening here. But like I was saying, if you want to control the people, don't educate, manipulate. So with that being said, a lot of people don't know that. Okay, we're gonna discuss the cell. Every cell has a what? A nucleus. And what is this nucleus typically depicted as? If you actually seen the actual color of a cell, if you actually seen the actual color of a cell, etc., and not just these little cartoon depictions that they show you in these in school or whatever the case may be, actually look up the real depiction of a cell. And with that being said, the nucleus, family, the nucleus is found to be pure melanin, which is why it's depicted as a black dot, the cell. Now, what is the nucleus? Where have we been told? The nucleus is the brain of the cell, right? Melanin. Melanin is really the brain of the cell, family. Now, why is that important? Because I'm about to break that down, family. It's really the brain of the cell. Now, I want y'all to think on this general jazz. If that's the brain of the cell, now think of, okay, if your body is the overall being of is the overall depiction of cells, right? Now, think of your body in simplistic form. Think of your body as the outline of a cell, and your brain is the dot. Now, if the nucleus is the brain of the cell, and the brain is really melanin, what does that say? What does that say about your particular brain that's in your body, family? What does that say about the melanin, or the brain that's in your body, family? This is why we have a brain. We're able to think. We're intelligent. The melanin that's in our brain. Remember, I go back to say before, I said there's melanin in the brain, family. Something to think about. But this is why, okay, so with all that being said, whenever you study melanin, you're really studying biology. As I stated before, the nucleus of the cell is actually pure melanin, family, which is why cells are intelligent. Cells multiply, they divide, etc., etc. They reproduce just like you reproduce, right? You multiply and divide. You multiply and divide by having a kid or whatever the case may be. You gotta look at it on the overall gist, and you need to relate the two. Y'all gotta put two and two together. So, like I said, whenever you study melanin, you really study in biology. And so, with that being said, protons, electrons, neutrons, all these sorry, family, this wind going crazy. But all these energy like particles are what? Are really particles, family. So leave on me, melanin like particles, family. So it's really melanin particles. Whenever you study in protons, electrons, and neutrons, because what did I say? Whenever you study in melanin, you really study in biology, and biology contains all of this content. So you really study in biology, and so with that being said, these melanin particles that you hear about, protons, electrons, neutrons, this is why they're able to do what they do, because they are melanin, family. They are melanin. They move just like you according to this light source that we have up above. And studying these particles, particularly the science field that you would study these particles in, or what? Chemistry. Now I'm gonna break that down. What is chemistry, family? If you do the research, chemistry it stems from the ancient knowledge of what was taught in ancient Egypt. Now, why is that important? Because chemistry stems from the word chemi. Now, if you go ahead and look that up, y'all can go ahead and pause the video if y'all need to. Go ahead and do look that up real quick and come back. But chemi means black, after the word kemet. Egypt, a long time ago, as some people probably already know, but these countries, etc., wasn't always the names that they are today. They actually go under different translations according to whatever language that is popular at the time. And so topic of discussion. Melanin. Kemet really means black, or the land of the black. So, everything that they teach us, they educating us backwards, family, because they don't want y'all to know there's true knowledge out here and knowledge of self. Because if you have knowledge of self, then you have power in some way, shape, or form to overcome and overdo the system. Oh yeah, y'all already know it's a system in place, etc., etc. Look, everything is the way it is. You gotta start questioning. They don't want you to know all this extra information because what? They don't want you to know that all there is to study that's important or of value, really, in a general sense, is what? You. Melanin. Ooh, I'm breaking it down. Okay. It's melanin, family. So with that being said, melanin is real. If we kind of want to break down melanin in like one generalized definition, melanin is really a form of structural intelligence, family. And this is why they classify us as human beings. Now let me break that down for you. Human beings, okay, hue. We're gonna break it in half. Human beings stands from hue. Okay, what does hue mean? Hue means color. So you put that together. Human being, you got color, man, being, if you want to add that together in that general sense. Now being meaning individual organism, pretty much. So you got color, man, organism, or individual organism. This is why there's nothing like you else on this planet. You're the only person out here on this planet that's so differently and drastically different from the rest of the population. Think about it, family. But pretty much all that is to say, the more melanin you have, the more psychic you are, the more spiritual you are, the more intelligent you are, and most importantly, family, the more human you are. Now y'all know, for those of you who don't know, the melanin population was here first. On that general jazz, this is why everybody has melanin in their body, family. Whether it's less pigment or more pigment. This is why, because everybody stems from melanin. Everybody stems from melanin. We are truly children of the sun. This is why, because of what? The melanin activates truly whenever that light source up above hits your skin. It performs so many functions inside your body that you don't even know about because of what? You're not educated on it. They don't tell us about this in school. They don't tell us or mention the topic of melanin whenever you study in these sciences. A lot of people don't know that whenever a baby is being created, a sperm actually has a black dot within it. That black dot that you see in a sperm at the head of the sperm is really what? Melanin, family. Damn, this video is going on 30 minutes long. If y'all here to this point, y'all go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. Definitely hit that like button, family, because I'm telling you, I'm just trying to give you knowledge yourself. Educate the people. Get this out there. Y'all go ahead and definitely share this video around, with your friends, family, dogs, pets, cats, grass, trees, whatever the case may be, who you talk to. Anybody you talk to, you communicate with. Go ahead and share this video with them, because let them know who they are. But yeah, a lot of people don't know that the sperm actually has a black dot in it within the head, and on that general jazz, that black dot is what? Melanin, family. Now when this sperm hits that egg within a female, it creates a melanin filled uterus. As soon as the sperm come in contact with the uterus, the belly literally explodes with what? Melanin, family. Everybody starts out as melanin. Whenever the baby is first being developed, it's a blob of melanin, family, before it develops into its overall features. So melanin, in a sense, is a humanizing chemical. It gives a form of intelligence. It has its purpose on this planet, family. Everything on this planet has melanin, family. Everything. Trees, grass, people, plants, animals, aquatic life, sun, whatever the case may be that you want to name, even minerals, metals, whatever. Everything on this planet has melanin. Go ahead and do the research on it. It has melanin. Damn, this video getting long as hell. But like I was saying, melanin isn't alone just measured by the pigment of the skin, family. It's within our bodies, and within our bodies, and it also has, for those of you who don't know, our bodies actually contain melanin centers. Pretty much what that is is pretty much concentrated areas of melanin, family. Now, why is that important? Everybody of pigmented skin, specifically African Americans or people of African descent, we have 360 melanin centers in our stomach or our nervous system, while people of less pigmented skin, or we're gonna put an example of Caucasians, the lightest tone of them all, they only have 40. Along with the general fact that we also have 12 melanin centers in our brain, family, while non-African people, they only have up to 2. And of course, the melanin that's in your blood, family. So like I said, y'all go ahead and definitely take these jewels and go ahead and share this around, give these people knowledge of self out here. Definitely, because I promise you, it's not something that people want to miss out on, let alone, it's definitely something interesting everybody want to know about. A lot of people don't know that our ancestors, or people of our past, they actually had highly developed pituitary and pineal glands. Pretty much, this allowed them to sense things and visualize things in their environment that can't be seen or sensed with the normal senses, the normal 5 senses, family. Damn, I need some water. Been talking forever. But yeah, ordinary senses, family. So I'm telling y'all, melanin is very important, family. And with that being said, like I said, I'm just trying to educate. Go ahead and educate. I'm just trying to go ahead and get this information out to the people, because a lot of people don't know all this extra jazz. Let alone, a lot of people want to know about it, but they just don't know where to start or research. Let this be a start, and go ahead and go do the research, family. Y'all know what it is. It's deeper than surface level. Y'all go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below if you made it to the end of the video. Definitely hit that subscribe button, because I know you want to hear what I got to say. You're definitely interested in sparking your thoughts. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below, family. Go ahead and hit that like. Definitely helps out the channel, along with that bell notification, because we definitely gonna be dropping jewels in the future just like this to come. Along with, as well as I said before throughout the video, y'all go ahead and share this video with your friends, families, cousins, brothers, sisters, the table, look, your imaginary friends, whatever the case may be that you got going on. Y'all definitely go ahead and get this video out there, so we can go ahead and get this knowledge out there, that everybody spread the love to everybody, family, so people know what's up around the world and why melanin is so important. But with that being said, family, it's your boy DTSL. Go ahead and drink your water, stay blessed, and I'm out.